Hey guys. Okay, I'm going to just get into, I guess, the continuation of my last video. Um, I'm gonna do this kind of as quick as I can, as tomorrow is the 3rd, and I'm gonna be starting my one-on-one with Gabriel. So I don't want to have to go backwards. I'm only going forward. Every single day, what I'm given, I will be given to you, but I will not be on this channel for that walk. I will be doing it on Facebook. Um, and I guess I will upload the information so you can follow me if you want to join me. That's up to you. Um, but as far as my walk right now, I'm separating it from not necessarily the twin flame thing, but I'm here to bring the masses. I'm here to speak the truth. I'm here to jump on social media and let you know what time it is. That's what I'm here to do. I'm not here to no longer let somebody find me. No, you're going to hear me. Okay, that's what time it is. You're going to hear what Gabriel has to say. And if you don't want to listen, then time's up sooner than you think. That's just what I'm going to say. Time's up sooner than you think. Um, so, here we go. As I was going through this cleansing, questioning, gaining insight of what my next move is, I was specifically shown by Gabriel, again, about the voices, Divine Feminine's voice, okay? They kept comparing me to understand that even on Jesus's walk, he did go back and forth. Like, he knew his time and hour were not yet. And they brought me to John 15:7, John 5:3, John 7:12. This is what the verses they had given me when they were letting me know about having the voice. And John, I was given these verses, and then all of a sudden on TV was, I recorded it. It was, if you go on the History Channel, it's like Jesus's walk. I can't find my remote right now, but I'll try to. Oh, here it is. Hold on. Let me. So these all popped up, these four, when during these 5 days that I was doing this clearing, getting this information, and it's Jesus, faith, facts, forgery. And it's on the, what channel is that? I don't know what channel it is. Probably the History Channel, I'm assuming. Anyway, so Rising Lazarus came on, and this is where they were showing me when I was crying about, like, just all the energy that was coming to me that I wasn't realizing I was clearing. Okay, so they let me see that, it's okay for you to have went back and forth. I was really hard on that. Like, oh my gosh, like, the angels talk to me and I still get scared. Like, am I crazy? Like, the angels talk to me. Why are you scared? Like, why are you scared? You're good. Okay. But the angels talk to a lot of prophets in the Bible, and even though they were good, they had to go through some 3D hell. Okay. Now, I'm pretty sure I went through all my 3D hell. I hope I don't want to go through anymore, but I'm willing to do whatever the hell I'm supposed to do at this point. So, Rising Lazarus, they showed me that even for a second, Jesus may have doubted before his greatest miracle. He had to go into his own space, his own meditation with God, making sure that it was time to do this, because unless God says it was time to do it, he wasn't going to be performing any miracle. So he needed to know that. And so that's okay for any divine feminine, divine masculine to be testing the spirit, to be testing what you know to make sure it's correct. That is what you are told to do. Okay. So I guess that was just them kind of being like, it's okay, whatever. Then the next one was Mary Magdalene. Okay, so this came on right on 12:24. These are when these were popping up. Um, Actually, 12:23 was the Lazarus one, and then when I woke up Christmas Eve morning, these were the ones that popped up. Mary Magdalene, Judas, and John the Baptist. Okay, so we're gonna kind of get into all of these, but let's start with John. They were really showing me that I was being compared to these two men in a sense. Okay, I know, calm, like just listen. People who understand this walk get that, but like the people that are coming in, man, they don't understand it. So be careful before you start um just changing the channel or not listening. Okay, because that is at the end of the day, if you are a godly person, you can test the spirit. When you automatically turn something off just because you don't like it, that's not testing shit. Okay, that's being allowing your opinion, your ego, and your third mind mentality to control what messages are the universe is trying to send to you, and then you're doing a detriment to yourself. Now, the waking up of the twins is to show you that people are on this planet and they understand this. I always knew my walk would be a little harder than a lot of other people because I get scripture. I'm to call out the church's bullshit, the religious bullshit. And people don't like that because you've been so trained throughout society to think that what you've been taught is actually correct. And it's not. And if you don't have the common knowledge to do research and process information to where to determine whether it's truth or faulty, then I don't know what to tell you because you're in a time period where you have all these tools, but yet most of society does not know how to use them. Okay. When I see 30-year-old women going to church every single Sunday, but you don't understand that the angels stand right here, that's a problem to me. When I see women in their homes submitting to their husbands who aren't led by God, that's a problem. That's why society is so messed up. It's definitely the women have got to understand that it's time for them to take a stand. And you know what? Divine feminine are standing up. You're going to follow or you're going to fall. That is it. Now, they were I knew what they were saying to me as far as my voice. Like I said, my whole life I've got a mouth, okay? Whether you want to take it, I got a mouth. I got a loud mouth. I was a freaking cheerleader. I won so many competitions. I was a captain. I'm a leader. I don't play games, okay? Um, but my teaching methods might not be for everybody because I'm very straightforward and very blunt. You can take what I say to you and use it to better yourself, or you can take what I say to you and get offended and go cry in a corner and not achieve anything. That's fine. That's up to you. At this, I'm coming to the point where I have no time for bullshit anymore. I'm not here to be questioned. And we're gonna go into Luke, even though I will be questioned. But at the end of the day, the people questioning me, you're either questioning me because you want to learn, which is fine. That's what I'm here for. But if you're questioning me because you think that you have some authority over me, it will backfire. So be careful. Just be careful with your words, as I'm in full understanding that the double edged sword are my words as a divine feminine. That is the double edged sword. The Bible is the word of life. And that Bible, that scripture, that is absolutely alive. Okay? Understand this. Those sent who know this, when they find their voice, when they find that double edged sword and understand their power in it, I would follow those who are confident in their king. That's all I'm going to say, and their mother. Um, and that's where they were showing me to just be myself. Just be myself. Be the person who has always never had a problem telling people what it is, whether you like my tone or not. I don't speak to people a certain way because I think you're stupid. No, I've been in your position with 3D mentality, not understanding the spiritual world. And now I'm here and I get it. So I'm trying to show you because there is a sense of urgency and you don't have that much more time to get it. You're evolving or you're not evolving. And this is it. We are here to help you come with us. You don't want to come with, you don't want to listen. I don't know what to tell people anymore, but I'm going to keep talking until God says, time up, doors are closed. Like, so this is what I'm here for. They were letting me know how when being compared to John, that his voice was one of the loudest that reached the farthest, okay, as far as the prophets go. And that people were drawn to him because he had an uncompromising message. He did not talk to people nicely. He let you know the business. And sooner or later, people were like, oh wow, you know what I mean? Like, so I'm just got to get over that, like, trying to be nice. I'm speaking because I love humanity. That's as nice as you need. I mean, that's it. How if you need me to, this is an individual journey, an individual choice. I'm just here to show you that this was my journey, that the choice that I had to make. That's it. Um, and to be confirmation and maybe a little bit of a revelation to my sisters, my brothers, and then whoever's coming. Like, I don't know, but they kept telling me, like, the more that I stand in my truth, the more people are going to be drawn to me, whoever's supposed to come to me for this information. You walk on the 40-day walk with me, it's because you're also guided to do so. Understand this. Divine Feminine, we are to go on a walk because we are going somewhere. That's what I'm told. So I don't know. John 15:7, John 5:3, and John 7:12. So let's go there. Like I said, my verses are given to me and they always make complete sense. So if I had somebody out here tell me don't tell her scripture, like, first of all, that is my gift. I don't take one part of the Bible and keep teaching the same part of the Bible. No, we move. This is movement, okay? The only reason that I can intercept or combine scripture with the metaphysical world, with chakras, with the mind's eye and all this other stuff that people like to talk about is because that is one of my gifts. Okay, that is one of my gifts. And I said there was once where I tried to stop using scripture. I can't, and I refuse to. I refuse to live in a world anymore where I got smart women going to church every single Sunday, and yet you can't tell me what that book actually means. That is aggravating to me, and I'm done with it. And if you can't hold a conversation as far as biblical means goes, then you're a child, because I could talk all day about it. So stop lying to yourselves, because the sooner you stop lying to yourselves, the sooner you can help save yourself. Because until you know Jesus' true testimony that has yet to be, well, that is being given by the divine feminine and divine masculine, as it is told in the Bible, that's what it is. You cannot know the true testimony of Jesus because the 144,000 were just is said to sing a song you never heard. So until they come and they sing a song that you have yet to hear, you're not going anywhere. Many people call themselves Christians and have no idea who Jesus was or what Jesus was really here to do. Yeah, he's saving his brothers and sisters. He's saving the multitude, but with his truth. You don't know that, you're not getting saved. That is it. And it is 2018. We need to start getting down on our hands and knees and asking God for wisdom and stop going elsewhere. This is simple stuff. And unless you're going somewhere to where God has guided you, you need to kind of go back, reflect, and start being led by him to your true teachers. John 15:7. If you remain in me and my words remain in you, ask whatever you wish, and it will be done for you. Now, I said a long time ago that the Bible specifically talks about manifesting. I understand that it's kind of hard for people to get this spiritual stuff and connect it to the Bible, but since Jesus was a spiritual man, it shouldn't be that difficult in 2018 when you got leaders out here trying to make connections for you. The connections have already been made. You just need to grab a hold of them. That's it. When I say my God has given me the gift to ask and receive, I am not kidding anymore. Okay? I'm not kidding anymore. This is not a joke. You cannot say that you believe in God if He isn't abiding your request at this point. You want to know why? Because He gives to those He believes in. That's the difference that people don't understand. It's not about you believing in Him, but Him believing in you. You're His children. Not everybody, but you know what I'm saying. The ones who are coming, you're a child, or you're to be led by the children. Because there's the 144,000 who sit next to Jesus, and then there's the multitude. There is a difference, guys, okay? There is a difference. This is to my Father's glory that you bear much fruit, showing yourselves to be my disciples. I am a disciple, I am a prophet, and I've been sent, okay? I don't know what to tell you guys. We got Christians out here reading the Bible. You guys don't even believe in reincarnation at this point. But yet you were told that those who will be sitting next to Jesus were written in the book since the beginning. This is simple things that I didn't understand why other people didn't understand. How could you be written in the beginning, since the beginning, okay, if you weren't there in the beginning? Like, this is simple stuff that, like, society, I'm sorry, I don't know what's going on in the world where people have become so gullible and then they become so angry when somebody's speaking truth. All right, so next one was what? John 5:3, I said. Okay, so these are the three verses they gave me to just prove, like, my voice is to be used, and I will not be having my authority questioned nor tested. I mean, it's going to be questioned or tested, but at the end of the day, my authority is given by God, so it ain't going anywhere. I'll just get the Bible because my phone died. Okay, so John 5:3. The Judges one is going to be awesome. So just give me a second, guys. I'm sorry. All right, John, where are you at? Still gotta go on my index. All right, 180. 1080. And what Bible am I using? I'm using usually I have a King James, but right now I have a new international version. It's a mom's devotional Bible, so if you want to look up other translations, be my guest. Go ahead. All right, John 5:3. And it says, here a great number of disabled people used to lie, the blind, the lame, the paralyzed. One who was there had been invalid for 38 years. When Jesus saw him laying there and learned that he had been in this condition for a long time, asked him, do you want to get well? Here are a great number of disabled people. Okay, that's basically just telling me society, right? That I have this authority. Anything I say, I can ask and I will receive. Why? Because I'm going to use my voice to speak. Who am I going to help? I'm going to help the great number of disabled people who used to lie, the blind, the lame, and the paralyzed. Okay? Those who are dead, spiritually dead, world that is no longer going to be accepted by God. This is the point. Like I said, when the angels give me verses, they could be scattered. I write them down, and then it's like a freaking story, okay? So, I mean, I don't like, I'm no longer going to be quiet. And I knew that this was going to happen. I knew I was going to go into silence for a reason. I knew this. 712. And I like, at the end of the day, I have so much love for humanity, and that is just why I'm going to speak. Okay? You can like what I say, you cannot like what I say. You could be in this twin flame thing for your own selfish reasons, but at the end of the day, if that's the truth, you're fake and you're a fraud. That's it. Because if you're not understanding what's really going on, your job, and then trying to learn your own personal job, if you're so, oh, where's my masculine? Is he coming back? Dude, I know mine's coming. I know. Like, you want to know how I know? Because, oh my God. You want to know how I know? You want to know how I know? It's one is promised to me. I'm a gift. And we're going to get into judges, okay? How I know. I know a million different ways, but Odania, Odaniel, and Ashra, okay? We're going to get into that. And then we're going to compare it to Adonis and Venus, which was written by Shakespeare, which I did a video on that a while ago, okay? I'm just so sick of people not caring enough to find the truth. How can you go to church every Sunday, claim to be a godly person, and yet you don't know this stuff yet? I just don't understand anymore. Like, I'm not understanding that. It's aggravating. It's not to be tolerated. Like, it's no longer tolerated. John 7:12 was the next one. Oh no, John, where'd you go? All right, 7:12. Among the crowds, there was widespread whispering about him. Some said he is a good man. Others replied, no, he deceives people. But no one would say anything publicly about him for fear of the Jews. Okay, so this is when they were like, Jesus goes to the Feast of the Tabernacles. So they were just showing me, okay, that my voice, what I know that I'm supposed to say, like, is completely vindicated, and I do have authority. Okay, I do have authority. As a daughter, I have this authority. Then they were showing me why I'm going to speak, because there's a whole bunch of disabled people out here, mentally disabled. And I'm not saying, like, come on, guys, not the 3D mentally disabled. No, I mean, you're spiritually, mentally disabled. And I'm here to kind of help you. But take it, leave it. I'm like at the point where I'm nice, but I can't be too nice because it's so imperative that this gets across to the regular Joe Schmoes. And then John 7:12 shows me that, you know what? There's a lot of people might not like me. You might not like the way that I say things. You might not like my tone. But at the end of the day, I'm speaking truth, and I'm speaking truth for my king. I'm speaking truth for my brother. I'm speaking truth for Mary Magdalene, for Mary, for the mother, for Eve. I'm speaking this truth, okay? I'm speaking the truth of the divine feminine, which has been hidden. And after this truth that you have not heard yet has been announced and sounded enough, because social media, it doesn't take long to get around the world, okay? Especially when you got a whole bunch of divine feminines doing it. I'm not saying I'm the only one. No, thank God, because we got a little bit of time, lots to say, right? So thank God that I'm not the only one, guys. This is a team effort for sure. I'm just the one of the ones within the twin flame template that does have to speak to those religious folk, okay? And that's kind of the hardest job because those are the most judgmental people, dumbed down people that you will meet. Yes, okay. I will have a better time saving an atheist than saving an old time Christian or Catholic that thinks they're right. Like, I don't understand how you could go and to church every Sunday but not understand this book yet, you know? But then again, all is in divine order, so I do understand that. I do understand that because this book is meant for the children. So until it was their time to wake up and recognize and be built to do what God has planned for them since the beginning, then it wasn't time, you know? So I don't want to get too mad at them because I get it, but it's just time to wake up. It's time to wake up, you guys. It's just it. It's time to wake up, and I have to just come to the understanding that you know, Jesus too. What his walk was not easy, but he still did it. Nobody liked him. I mean, besides the people that his own brother Judas. That's what they're showing me. Like he even betrayed him. I mean, it's just gonna happen. It happens to us all that are sent, you guys. You know, so it's okay. That part's okay. You know. Um, so don't be afraid of that. Don't be afraid of people not liking you. Don't be afraid of people talking crap about you. Don't be afraid of any of that. Speak your voice. If you are called to speak, speak. Do it. It's okay. Who cares? You what? You only reach 5 people. Guess what? You reach 5 people. You reach 5 people that might have not been reached if you didn't talk. You know, you only reach 100. Okay, cool. You reached 100. You reached 100 people. Hopefully, out of those 100, we could get 50. You know, 60. You know, I mean, everyone that is coming matters. So then they sent me to Luke 144, 144, okay? So after this, so they're letting me know, like, okay, Jessica, it's okay, you know, don't be so hard on yourself, but still, you are here for a reason. You are here as a divine feminine on a damn mission, and you do have a job, and you just kind of need to get over that self of giving a damn about what people say, and it's time to go. It's time to walk with your lion that we have given you, and it's time to go. Like, don't be scared. You got a lion. Like, don't be scared. You got, not only do I got a lion, but I got God and the angels. Like, I got a whole team of people that are not to be messed with. Like, so when I get scared or I need strength, like, just remember who you are. That's it. So Luke 144. And then we'll also get into the Luke that was given to me last night. And I'm just getting back into scripture, like I said. And I'll do a few readings. I do owe a sister a reading. I really do. I will be doing that. I don't think I could do it tonight, but tomorrow, if anything. And I'm really, really sorry. I really do apologize that I haven't gotten it yet. It's just to kind of have like needed me to see what time it is for me. So I've just been kind of consumed with that. Okay, nothing personal. I love you so much. Um, and we definitely, like I said, I will definitely take my time. But you are definitely, I know, divine feminine. We're finding our voice, so it is to be used. Um, Luke 144 was it? I don't know if this is 14:4 or 1. I didn't put the. Oh my goodness. Okay. Because I got Luke 144, so it could be Luke 144. I don't know if Luke. Maybe try that, or it could be Luke 14:4. I think that's the only way it could be, right? Okay. So let me see. Well, 144 is here. Okay. As soon as the sound of your greeting reached my ears, the baby in the womb leaped for joy. Now, you can take that however you want to take that, okay? Because I know these people who try to study the Bible, okay, like these religious people who are not sent here by God, people who do not have spirit, you try to read the Bible like it's a normal book, like from front to back. And even though, I mean, many people understand that's not how it goes, okay, but you don't see that this book is alive. Like, the stories in here are going to play out again in front of your eyes, as far as the disciples and the prophets and the children being reborn, ascended, just like Jesus was. You don't get that. Like, you really don't understand that. So, when they're speaking of, as soon as the sound of your greeting reached my ears, okay, they could be speaking of the voice of the divine feminine. Maybe as soon as the true voices of the divine feminine reach the divine masculine, then the baby in the womb will leap for joy. Maybe the children, the children of the mother will leap for joy, okay? Again, it's not always easy for me to I just kind of go with what my spirit's telling me that they're telling me, okay? Do, 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 do. So then I know that these people who were talking about John, like while I was getting all these verses, because this was on the 24th, you guys. Um, as soon as I listened to the reading from my brother, all of this started happening with the John, okay? First it was the doubt. I went to bed crying. I woke up and I had my reading. Then it was this about the voice, okay? About the voice, about we are trying to get you, come on, okay. Um, so they were kind of showing me that, and I'm looking, I have two screens open, so that's why I'm kind of looking over here because I'm reading on my computer screen, just so you know that, like, that's why I'm looking that way. Let me try to open this a little bit more. Ugh. All right, so these people who were talking about the show were saying that it seemed as if John was shown to a point to have more authority than Jesus when John baptized Jesus, okay? By John, that it might have seemed by John baptizing Jesus that Jesus was subordinate to him. But that's not what it was. But then, so where I came in, I was like, okay, these people do not understand the brotherhood of the children of God, okay? Each being sent with their own mission. Jesus being the proof of the existence, God, his Father, his Creator, his everything. But everybody has an important role as far as John, Judah, Judea, Judas. I'm sorry, guys. I get so confused. You know, it's Judea, then it's Judas. I mean, all these names, John, Jesus, Jessica, all these J names. Okay. Um, do, 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 do. Everybody had an important role to play, all bringing into reality God's end purpose with their words. With their words, you guys, this is where manifesting, throwing your words into the universe, ordinances of heaven with your words. This is why God says, watch your mouth, watch your tongue. It matters, okay? And it doesn't matter the way 3D. No, it matters because if you are anointed and you are given authority, what you ask, you will receive. So be careful. But ask things. Don't be afraid to ask things. Okay, we're going to get into that too, where God tells you as a child to ask. So all these other people saying, don't ask God for too much, you are a fool. And I don't know who's been leading you. Okay, so I was just kind of, it wasn't that Jesus was subordinate to John, no. But even Jesus was baptized, right? He did this within the 3D. And even Jesus allowed another to kind of lead him, like John. He allowed John to maybe teach him a little bit that he didn't know. Like Jesus, understood he was the Son of God, but he still understood that other people were there sent to teach him too, like that it was a walk together. Like he wasn't above his brothers and sisters, he was next to them. And Christians especially keep putting Jesus above his brothers and sisters, like he sits next to them. Understand this. And if you can't, it's probably because you ain't one. That's all I'm gonna say, man. So he allows himself to be led and maybe appointed or like have a little bit of authority by one of his brothers, by John, in the 3D presence, right? Which was a piece of confirmation. John was just another confirmation for Jesus. Like, okay, when you understand you're going to have to. Jesus didn't just die, dude. He was tortured, like physically tortured. Like shit, we're not even allowed to do anymore. This is what you did to him. He had to mentally prepare for that. And I'm sure he was like, why me? Like at some point, like, why? I get it, but damn, man, like, I'm sure he got his own frustration, like patience, trying to say, be the savior, and yet you're so foolish. You don't want to listen. You don't want to see. Like, sure, that got to under his skin a little bit, like, ugh. But he still did what he was supposed to do. Just like all of us, it can get hard, like living in a world where people don't get it yet, and some are, and that's an inspiration, that's confirmation, that gives us strength to keep going. That you might see another sister kind of talking, she might not talk the exact same thing you are, but understand we each have our own personal mission, so take from each other what you can and then do your own thing. Or we're here to kind of be a strength to one another, to help each other, to confirm, be a confirmation of one another, just like John was to Jesus. um so the gathering of John and Jesus in his baptism kind of just shows that through the gathering of two of his children, the ultimate truth and purpose was going to be shown, and that's what it is in the end times too, was shown to both, which led to Jesus entering. Okay, so after John was baptized Jesus, and gave Jesus kind of his own third D confirmation that he may have needed. Maybe he prayed for that. I don't know. Um, his own mission, his own 40-day walk into the wilderness. So the John baptizes Jesus. Okay, this kind of kicks off Jesus's 40-day walk. Okay, so this is kind of where they told me on the 23rd. They gave me Ezekiel, I believe it was 5:7, where you're supposed to lay on your side, one side, and then on your right side for 40 days. Okay, I asked a few times about this 40-day confirmation. I was just getting it all over the place. So John was the one who kind of had the voice first, and him speaking his truth and him doing what he was supposed to do. This then led to Jesus, okay, coming into his own now, okay, to do the ultimate thing that was planned. We're all on like a divine order, guys. Like, so they were showing me this. Okay, so it's not about that John had more authority than Jesus, or Jesus was subordinate to John. No, it had nothing to do about that. It was too, they were just there to do whatever was divinely planned in heavenly order for each other, so that now Jesus could go on his mission. And so this led of Jesus's 40-day walk. And we're going to kind of get into Jesus's 40-day walk along with my personal 40-day walk. I don't want to get into the walk too much. That's not what I'm here for right now. I'm just here to kind of show you what's leading up to this walk. So ultimately, that one thought out act by God, Jesus's baptism by John, led to giving Jesus his voice now, okay? So I first myself for a second forgot even Jesus was tested. I kept going. Even Jesus was questioned. Even Jesus was betrayed. Even Jesus wept. Even Jesus yelled and he became angry. Even Jesus had to bear his own burdens physically, which is what we should see. So why shouldn't we have to? Why shouldn't I have to? Why shouldn't you have to? Not one of God's true chosen had it easy. Not one. So why should it be expected to be easy? It is only said to become easier, and we are being used to pave the way to allow God's ultimate glory and his plan play out. Okay, which is the acknowledgement of his creation, of his daughters, of the mother, of the wife created for his son, each and every one of them. Okay, so then there's a lot of mirroring effect because even like if you go, I don't know why I have these notes. I'm just gonna kind of read off what I have. I wrote this on the 24th. I'm trying to like remember all the way back there. I know you guys are like, that was like 5 days ago. Yeah, okay. When you got spiritual like craziness pouring on you 5 days ago of information, was a long time ago. I do take notes though, and I started using an app. Listen, guys, if you're really being called to work with God, um I don't know. I've When I went to school, I took notes, right? So I'm thinking like 40-day walk, you're going to school, godly schooling. Um, so I got an app voice recorder, okay? If you don't want to sit here and write everything, because I know, man, if things are coming to you so fast, voice record, guys. Best thing 2018. You use them, okay? And you don't even have to go anymore and buy like, the old school like the lawyers use. I know it's a paralegal. There's just too much coming at me at once. I can't remember everything, but I got to keep everything together. That's why you note the file, note your little file or whatever you got, but you can do it. Get an app, a voice recorder, and just, or if you have like the little notebook apps, text it really quick, but it's so much easier, guys, just to talk into your phone. I promise you, it will save so much time than you can, because we're gonna start moving fast here, okay? Um, so then they were showing like the Lilith, okay? Because this Lilith shit, I was like trying clearing, okay? So they take me to John's death, all right, and Herod, how he died, all right. Herod's sin against his brother ultimately led to the completion of John, which was conducted by the Lilith spirit, okay? Because how did John die? If you don't know, Herod, like I said, took his brother's wife, okay? And I think John was like calling him out, right? Calling his out, like, what the fuck is wrong with you? It's funny because in my life, my mother left my dad for his brother. I told you I had to play this shit out in my real life, you guys. This whole swapping wives with brothers was no joke in my life. Like, that was a reality. I have a brother who is full blood, half brother, half cousin. That shit is real in my 3D, okay? Those generational curses, yes. Um, and I'm not trying to put nobody down or put people on blast. Like, my family hates when I start talking about their past. Listen, I gotta tell my story. I don't know what to tell them. Like, I don't know what to say. I'm here to teach, and how can I do that if I don't explain how I learned, you know? And some of these 3D circumstances that happened in my life were what kind of woke me up, or that I'm being shown were more than just physical. This was spiritual shit, okay? As a child, as a daughter, that I had to go through. Okay, so the wife that got mad, right? The wife gets mad and she's telling her like, kill him, but he don't want to kill John because he knows that, dude, John's got some God watching out. He's pretty got some godly essence around him that I don't know if I want to mess with this mofo. Okay, I don't know if I want to kill John, cause yeah. So he kind of didn't pay no mind to his wife, right? Like, nope, not happening. So then she gets mad. She gets that Lilith, that vengeance, that nobody's going to say anything on my name. Let me take a godly man off this earth because my ego's too big. Because I don't want to admit to my wrongs of sleeping with my husband's ex-brother, okay? Come on. So she got mad. She got mad that somebody called her out on her bullshit instead of doing what? Maybe asking for forgiveness, maybe going to God and saying, I messed up. What am I supposed to do now? No. What did she do? She plotted. She schemed. Right? That Lilith mentality. And so, what did she use too? Sex. The dances. Not sex, but a woman's attractiveness. At the end of the day, women, in a sense, do have power over men because when they think with their wrong heads, it's easy to have control over a man. And I'm not saying like, relax, okay? But in this world, we've seen many men lose their lives because they came in contact with a Lilith spirit, a woman who had it all over her. And this is what killed John, this Lilith spirit. So when I say, if you think that Lilith is coming to the kingdom, no, it's not. So she plans for her daughter, and not even, she doesn't just use any woman, she uses her own damn daughter. So this is like a mother. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. So she uses her daughter out of any woman she could get to do this dance for her husband. No, she goes gets her daughter. What the fuck? So she goes gets her daughter, tells her daughter to do her little hypnotized, belly shaking dance for the king, for the whole party. And I guess as long as the entertainment was good or whatever, Herod promised to give the person who was dancing, the daughter, anything she wants. And so she entertained them, and she did obviously a well job because at the end of this, Herod says, "What do you want?" And the mother knew the whole time her daughter was going to rock these men's socks off. So the mother knew she was going to get a wish. She was going to be able to command her husband to kill John by using her daughter as a sexual pawn, pretty much. Like, and this is what women, they still do this shit. You can tell me, I see so many, and I'm not taking this away, but a lot of things have came out like within the 3D world, right? As far as like women being sexually assaulted, or like their bosses will try to sleep with them, and then you have all these women who haven't came out, didn't do shit then, but now you got 20 women coming out 20 years later, and you want to keep claiming, these people were victims or whatever. And it could be true, it could not be true, because I don't know. I'm saying, this is what I'm saying though. A lot of women will do things to get what they want. Flirt, tease, whatever, lead men on. And then when a man reacts to that, you claim, oh, he assaulted me or he touched my butt when you were bending over in his face for 20 minutes before then. So this is what I'm talking about, this conniving Lilith shit that I have been clearing, okay? And it's just really been placed in my face what women have been doing, like I don't know. I mean, women and men, but right now, I'm clearing women shit. So I'm sorry if you have Lilith shit on your ass. I am kind of mad at you because right now I gotta clear that shit and it's not easy. But we're doing it. We're about to go on a 40-day walk to cleanse this feminine aura. Seriously. I'm so dead serious. Okay, so that's how John died. That's how John died. Because this woman, you could blame Herod, you could blame whatever, but you don't understand if you don't see the spiritual shit controlling these people. So, within this 40-day walk, my spiritual sight will be my clairvoyance, my gift of seeing is going to be awakened. Okay, I already know it's coming, and that's what they're telling me. So I'm gonna start seeing shit. Um, and during this 40-day walk, my job is to teach women to speak the desired outcome. Okay, not what we're going through at the second. What is desired? We as divine feminine have been on a search to gain our voice back, whether we realize it or not. The voice of the divine feminine has been enslaved long ago. Enslaved long ago, okay? It's spiritually enslaved. Um, and in order to gain this voice for the divine collective, the woman collective, this is why Gabriel is calling me on this 40-day walk. Okay, so as I rise, as I gain my voice, as I'm gaining my insight, it is told to me that I'm doing this for all of us, okay? Um, to announce what we know to be true, what we have been shown with not only confidence but boldness. We have graduated from the back and forth of 2017 and entering into our own created atmosphere, which is setting up the way for the divine masculine to come. Okay, so this is what they're like just like John set up the way for Jesus for his crucifixion, for the ultimate plan, for his ascension to be seen by all who was there. I'm asking to go on this walk, okay? And my voice is being compared to John's, like the forerunner for the divine masculine to now come in and do what they are sent here to do, okay? We as divine feminine are the forerunners. We are just here to let them know, yes, this is you. Yes, you are right. Yes, you are chosen. That's it. Okay. So yeah, they were comparing my senses of what I felt and been feeling to what they themselves also felt, okay? Which has led to a new understanding and igniting the fire that was promised to come in 2018, at least for me personally, and I hope for you too. A disciple is nothing more than a student or a learner. And see, you guys, this is why I write things down. I'm going to start doing this because this is kind of easier for me. And Gabriel was like, dude, I've always been really good at creative writing. I really have. And sometimes writing for me is just better because I don't come with the tone, like when you can read, I'm telling you guys, I'm a pretty good freaking writer. Like when I start writing, I start sounding like Shakespeare and shit. Like it's crazy, but it's the angels, not me, guys. It's really not. Um, that's why you'll be like, dude, are you living in freaking like, I don't know what time I live in? Like I said, time is all combining into one. So I'm like over here talking about Shakespeare, over here posting on Facebook. Like, I don't know what time it is. Seriously. I'm over here in ancient Egypt and shit. I'm like all over the place, guys. Can't help it. I don't know what to tell you. And if you say you believe in God, I'm asking you, why aren't you there too? Okay. Um, A disciple is nothing more than a student of Jesus, obviously, and of God, and of the mother. So if you can kind of understand those, then you are a disciple. You are sent. A disciple is nothing more than a student or a learner. So this is why we need to understand from a biblical standpoint where are the living, breathing disciples of today as divine feminine and divine masculine. You cannot not talk if you are a disciple. if you are a prophet. And I used to get so psyched out, like, I can't go around telling people I'm a prophet. Like, I can't go around doing this. But at the end of the day, God, Jesus, the angels, they just said, yes, I can. So they're like, dude, you better um stand up and let these motherfuckers know what time it is. Because I'm not playing anymore. So then here we go. So then here Gabriel starts showing me himself. Okay, so Gabriel's like, okay, I'm gonna work with you. I'm gonna work with you. Because now you know that as a divine feminine, your voice is the forerunner for the divine masculine to come in. And who is the number one messenger angel? Who is the angel who got all those messages? Not Michael is the warrior. Michael is the fighter. Michael is the one coming and bringing down the war. Gabriel is the one standing and like giving the messages from God to the ones he stands next to, okay? So they were showing me how, well, he was showing me. Listen, and don't get confused too. Some days, Gabriel, I will come and say she, and others he, okay? From what I know right now, like Gabriel's kind of a he. From what he's been giving me right now. This is why they go back and forth. So yeah, so there's no set gender. So if don't get confused with that. If one day I'm like girl, boy, whatever. If you're on this path, you already understand that. But again, I'm not here to talk to the people just on this path. I'm here to talk to the ones that don't get it yet. If you guys get it, good for you, but start talking. There's a whole bunch of people that don't, okay? Gabriel appears first within biblical text in Daniel 8:16. Now that is no coincidence. Like I said, if you've been listening to my channel, you know who my twin is. So he first appears within biblical text 8:16. So infinite, one with God, love. Where he is told to explain the vision of the prophet. I will be working along close with Gabriel for 40 days so he can help me explain to the masses what I am told to prophesy through my own gifts of. We're going to go into these gifts on this walk, okay? So he goes, okay, so the only 3 people that Gabriel shows up in the Bible is to John's father, I believe Zechariah, but I'm not sure. Don't quote me. I know it starts with a Z. Jesus' mother Mary, and then Daniel. These 3 people are the only ones in the Bible, 3, which equals teacher, that Gabriel comes to. He comes to Daniel, who is in control of rolling up the scrolls for the 144,000. He comes to Mary, who is obviously the womb, the mother, the representation of the divine mother in human form. And then he goes to John's father, the person who baptized Jesus. So when Gabriel shows up to work with you, I'm going to have to say you may be significant. If you feel that you have significance in your voice and are scared, call Gabriel. Gabriel is shown within biblical scripture to be the one who comes with the highest called messages, the ones that hold the most significant, that lead to awareness and awakening. And I am being asked to work alongside of him as well as others to enhance my own understanding of the gifts I've been given. Okay, and then this is kind of a channeling that I received, and it said, why is it my children are so resistant to redeem their gifts? In order to redeem one's rewards, you must be willing to face internal fears. Your internal fears are blocked. Your internal fears have blocked us and brought us to the king. Your internal fears have your internal fears have blocked you. Blocked us. That's what they told me. Have blocked us. This is why we're told to fear the Lord. You will either block his blessings or open the doors to receive them with the awareness of fear, with the what the awareness of fear brings. Okay, so fear, obviously fear is a fear tactics. You shouldn't be scared. We know this, okay? But when they say fear the Lord, you got be careful how you look at that. You're supposed to fear this world. That's why you go to the Lord for guidance and wisdom. You understand? Because this world is the devil's playground. But when you fear yourself, the creation, if you're a true child, you block it. You block your creator. You block your connection. You understand? Like, this is where this fear gets in. Like, yes, you are supposed to fear the Lord. You're supposed to fear what can happen to you if you don't do what you're supposed to do. Like, I do fear the Lord. That's why, and not like I'm not. I just have respect, loyalty, and love. Like, and he's done everything for me, so I'm gonna do whatever the hell I need to do because that's what I'm gonna do. You know what I mean? Like, but I'm not like scared. Like, I know he's ask and receive. Like, so it's different. I don't know. My fear is more out of respect and love than 3D sphere. Okay, we're gonna read it. Why is it my children are so resistant to redeem their gifts? In order to redeem one's rewards, you must be willing to face eternal fears. Um, and your eternal fears are what have blocked us, but also brought us to the King. Okay, this is what. Okay, I'm sorry when I get these and I type so fast, I might not make sense of them. So this is why you do like with my channeling, I do have to kind of make sense of it all because it comes too fast. This is why we're told to fear the Lord, okay? Because with fear, you do start blocking stuff. But because you start blocking stuff, this is what gives you the need to ask, right? So this was the point. Like we had to figure that out. And once we ask, and only when we ask, is that when we open the doors to receive. Okay. And then a lot of the times we want instant gratification. If we do not gain an automatic miracle, we do gain knowledge to gain our own understanding that God is providing to us of the action we must take to bring and attract our promised abundance and prosperity. With the overcoming of a fear and an act to ensure it, one can learn to receive something unknown to them. And we are expected to learn the unknown as it is the only being unworldly. As how could the world destroy something it has yet touched? So take that for what it is. I know I might have not read that right. The next video, we're going to go into Judges, okay, with Daniel, Ashra, and then we're going to talk about Anna a little bit. So I was compared to her too, but Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine, definitely going to get into Daniel and Ashra, as they are the representation of Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine combination, the twins. All right. Love you guys.